Good morning, Chalk Mercantile and Surface Anthology. It's still morning, it's 11:30. I am continuing with my 10 days straight of Facebook Lives and also this beautiful iron orchid gallery piece that I'm doing. And I will post pictures. I wanted to get in a little bit closer today because I'm going to show you how I am going to be using metallic paints and some gold silver leafing. So I ran a couple of tests, and you may have seen my tutorial that I did on this cute little piece. And it's up on YouTube now. So if you go to Surface Anthology on YouTube, you'll see all my tutorials. And by the way, if you ever want to go a lot deeper into decorative painting, furniture painting, creating heirloom types of finishes, and that means finishes that get more and more beautiful as they age, join my Surface Anthology membership. And that is exactly what that is, where we deep dive into decorative painting, furniture painting, all that kind of good stuff. You get wonderful perks. You get 20% off on all the products that I sell in my Chalk Mercantile shop, and a bunch of other good stuff. So if you're interested, go to surfaceanthology.com and just click on the membership. All right, so getting back to the iron orchid. Now, I've been using iron orchid air dry clay. This is how I keep mine packed really well, because if it dries out, you cannot reconstitute it. And I got my blow dryer here today. I'm using the brand new Cameo molds. Let me put these the right way. They're absolutely stunning. They're right up my alley. I love this kind of stuff. And they're so beautifully detailed. They're just breathtaking. And the frames molds. So in my little gallery piece here that you're seeing horizontally, it is going to be hung vertically. I'm using both the cameos and the frames together. And I love them. They're absolutely gorgeous. You know, and every time Iron Orchid comes out with a new release, I say this, and this is just blowing me away. I've been really happy. And I just got more in, you guys, because I know I ran out. So I just received them yesterday, my shipment. And also clay, because I ran out of clay. So here they are. This is what we're using. And I want to do something with these little frames so they look like antique frames. So I ran a couple of tests, and I do this all the time, and I tell people in my membership, do a test, especially before you paint a piece of furniture. So that's what I've done here. This is a frame mold that I painted with silver paint. It's called Metallico. It's by Authentico. It's absolutely beautiful. I do have it on my site, and it is really, really intense metallic paint. But then what I did, so the metallic paint is silver, I applied gold leaf over it. Because I'm like, do I want this to be really silver or really gold? And then I thought, I'm going to do both. Give it a shot. So this is what it looks like. And I love it. I did hit this with a little piece of steel wool to kind of burnish it a little bit. And I might do more of that. I don't want to make a big mess, but that is what I use to burnish my leafing when I want it to not be so bright. So that is silver metallic paint with gold leaf, and here is gold paint with silver leaf over it. And it's beautiful. This isn't the end of the project, because these are shiny. So I will probably be using some different colored waxes maybe some dust of ages. We'll see. It's so nice when I'm doing a project like this for myself, I could kind of let it evolve as I go. So this is what I mean by burnishing. Where are you? Where are you, camera? And right there, it just kind of softens and it allows that gold metallic paint to come through. So I want to show you guys how I'm going to do this. And yep, I did glue these down unpainted. And I think I hit them with a little bit. No, I didn't. I didn't even paint these white. So this is the raw clay color, which it's really beautiful. It's very matte, it's very chalky, and you know I love that. And here are the little decoupage pieces that we did yesterday. And they're actually still a little damp, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to mask those off because they're tacky, and that's what leaf loves. All my gold and silver leaf will just attach themselves to that. So what I'm going to do is use my favorite wax paper and tape. So I'm just going to rip up some wax paper. Should have brought scissors over. And then I'm just going to cover these. And then I have some blue painter's tape. Because as you can see here, I chalk painted the tray. And I also stamped it with the kindest regards stamp, which I love. And I know a lot of you guys love it. It's really, really beautiful. So this is all you do. And that's why it's so important to kind of organize the steps. I did not use my essential project planner principle when I did this, and now I wish I did because I wouldn't have to do this. But I really love this little gallery that I'm creating, and I don't want to mess it up. And once silver or gold leaf, once they go on to these things as they are, it will never ever come off. So I'm gonna mask them. If you guys have any questions, please ask. Have you used the new Cameo or Frames molds yet? Ugh. They are just unbelievable. And even in my, I have a box subscription. You've heard me talk about that. The Merry Makers. We are this month's box, and there is still time to order it. They are limited, the amount that I have, but we're going to be making really beautiful ornaments. And two of the things I'll reveal today that we're using are the molds, the Cameo molds, and of course the Iron Orchid paper clay. All right, I have to make sure I get every little spot. All right, one more. All right, we're almost there, you guys, and then I could start painting. And like I said, this is what happens when I don't follow a step-by-step plan. Okay, and one more. All right, now I am going to, I think what I want to do is the silver base with the gold leafing. So I've got to get my brush, and I'm just using a little artist brush. And some silver metallic paint. We'll do this big one so you guys can see. And I am painting it on a white surface, right? I already painted the base. If I mess up and get my silver paint onto that base, all I have to do is grab that white paint and touch it up. I applied the stamp in a way that's very, very rustic, rough. You know, I'm not super interested in something that was really clear for this project. So it's not gonna, you know, mess it up if I go in and I touch it up with the white paint. And some people ask me, well, you're using metallic paint. Why don't you just stick with that? And why do you have to leaf? They have two very different looks to them. And there's just nothing like real leaf. There just isn't. And I like to combine the two to give it that like kind of extra bling, zing, whatever you want to call it. But it looks really beautiful. Okay. And if you get really nervous, I mean, like on the inside here, I could apply painter's tape. But it's just really easy to just go along and freehand it. The hardest thing about this piece is that I put it on a really heavy oak tray, and I'm always, you know, turning it and shifting it to be able to paint. Have you guys ever done that where you're just like, oh my God, it's not the technique that's hard, it's like the logistics, like painting a big server or something, and it could get really crazy trying to move it around. Okay. And you can use all of these molds, all the techniques I'm showing you can all be used on furniture. The only thing I think that I use that can't be used on furniture would be my German glass glitter, which I love. But it's kind of sharp and I don't think it would work. Unless it was up on top of like a finial or something. But everything I'm showing you can totally be used on furniture with this project. Now I do go, look at how pretty it looks just with the silver. I'm gonna go around the edges. Just like this. Because it is very three-dimensional and you want to be able to see those. Okay. Almost done. I mean, you see how fast it is. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab my blow dryer, put my brush in water. Don't forget to do that. And then we'll do the gold leaf. There we go. Now, what you need for gold leafing You need a brush. You need something called size. That's the glue that holds the leafing on. And you need your leaf. So here's my brush. Now I'm not going into every nook and cranny. So I'm using a rectangular flat brush. This is an artist brush. And if I wanted to get it into every little thing, I wouldn't use this brush. I would use a very pointy brush, a detail brush. This is the size. And I'm just gonna kind of load up. And then I'm holding it kind of flat because I just want it to kind of go on top of the design. So a little bit of that silver will be showing through. And you see how I'm watching how long this handle is? If you guys find that the handles are too long but you love the brush, just cut off the some of the handle. You don't need to go out and buy short-handled brushes. Do a little bit going down on the inside. Make sure I get this outside. And once you start leafing, there's just nothing like it. It's just the best. All right, now you have to wait for the size to come to tack. Just like I was touching the decoupaged pieces from yesterday, there's like a little stickiness, but you don't see that milkiness anymore. That means it's come to tack, it's tacky. So I'm gonna push this along a little bit and use my blow dryer. And you'll see when that milkiness really disappears, you're ready to go. But I've got a little bit of pooling. I shouldn't have had my brush so loaded up with size. Two little spots. Pooling of any kind, right? Whether you're furniture painting or leafing, can get a little annoying and ruin what you're working on. All right, 2 more seconds and I'm going to apply the gold leaf. Okay, so now here's the gold leaf. Let me show you. Leaf comes in a book. Where's my gold? And it looks like this. So this is a book, B-O-O-K, of leaf, and you get these big beautiful sheets. So I could use a whole sheet and put it on, and sometimes I do that, especially if I'm doing like a side of a piece of furniture, right, or a wall. Ooh, gorgeous. But we don't need where did oh, here we go. We could just use strips. So a lot of times I'll cut down my books, so I cut down on waste, right? So I cut this book into, I think, 3 strips, and that's how I got this. So you take your leaf, make sure you don't have any size on your fingers, because it'll stick everywhere, like it's starting to do on my hands. Okay, get to A. You just take your book, and I'm holding it at the seam, and you just turn it, go right over, right, and it will stick. Get to the next page. And I push from the seam away. I don't go back and forth because I've ruined, like I've folded up pages that were still left in the book. Okay, and this is really fast. And I could just take a piece that's left in here, put it down there. And when you see like leafers that use, gilders that use real gold, they use a brush that's actually like magnetic, and they'll have just sheets of leaf, and they touch the brush to the leaf, and it just picks it right up. And you can get real gold, real silver, real copper. It's, you know, it's all gorgeous, but this one is too. Oh, I have a little friend here, a little jumping spider. Okay, now what I do to burnish this down, I just take a piece of the tissue from the book, make a little ball, and I just kind of press it in. Now, if I feel, as I'm doing this, like there's some stickiness there, I'm gonna add some more leaf up there because it will stay sticky. Every place that you put that size has to get some leaf, or it will just collect dust and dirt and be really annoying. Okay, so back up there. Grab my little burnishing tissue. And then once I do that, I have a natural bristle brush here. And they have some beautiful leafing gilding brushes. I just use a natural bristle brush. Make sure it's super clean, no wax or anything on it. And then I go like this. I kind of just turn it. And work that leaf right into the size. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I love leafing. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm gonna grab this and just get rid of that excess. And you have to continue kind of burnishing and removing the loose leaf. And if there's any areas that you missed and you go, oh, but Jane, I wanted, you know, more, you know, right in here where there's some little gaps, little areas, you just go back in with your size. Remember where you put it. You just kind of apply more size, wait for it to come to tack, and you touch up those areas. That is how easy leafing is, and it's inexpensive and you get just the most beautiful, beautiful effects. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the excess and show you guys. Look at that. I'm gonna do all the frames. Ooh, I'm hitting my giant artist brushes. I need to cut those handles off. So I'm going to do all the frames off camera, and then I'll show you tomorrow, because remember, I'm going live every day for 10 days, and I'll show you where I'm at tomorrow, and I will show you the next technique that I am going to use for my little gallery board. Any questions at all, ask in the comments. You could go to my YouTube channel, Surface Anthology. There's a lot of great tutorials on there. And what I'll do with this one, because it is going to go on for a few days, I'll edit it down and apply it as one video when I'm done. And if you're interested in learning more about furniture painting, heirloom furniture painting, creating really beautiful decorative finishes on furniture, walls, floors, craft projects like this, join my Surface Anthology membership. Just go to surfaceanthology.com, click on membership, and join. All right, you guys, I'm going to keep gold leafing here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day and happy painting.